When Wright designed the studio, what he was trying to do was make a statement. And the statement on the front of the studio says basically, if you want a Victorian home like those homes across the street there, I don't do that stuff. This is what I do. So if you don't like this, you better find somebody else. He made this rather dramatic entranceway with these 32, if you notice, stork panels here. These were designed by Wright. The concept here is this is a symbolic representation of his life as an architect. So at the top we have the tree of life. Then we have the open book of knowledge where the architect learns his trade from. The storks come from mythology and they represent wisdom and fertility, and they stand guard over this blueprint which represents the work of the architect.
Yeah.
So they stand there to make sure that the architect always does good and noble work. So for Wright, this becomes a symbolic representation of his life as an architect, his mission. Now they're made out of plaster, painted to look like bronze, but if you can notice, they really take a beating out here from the elements and stuff like that, and need restoration work periodically, as you can see here. Yeah. Here's another built-in right here. This is not a piece of furniture, really can't be moved as part of the architecture, but if you notice, it has a pass-through that goes to the kitchen on the other side.
Okay.
So the cook would have cooked up the meal and put it here, and then the servant would have come and opened up the doors and then served the family. And that way you kept this door closed and you kept all the heat and the noise in the kitchen away from the family.
And the food came out of the...
Yeah, it just came right through the pass-through like that.
Nice.
Yeah. We have their passports there on their first trip to Japan. You notice two things about them. Number one, they're huge. I don't think you're going to lose those on your trip.
How do you... What?
And there's no photographs. So on this left corner over here, there's a very detailed description of what your nose looks like, what your chin looks like, what your head shape like, so they're able to identify you.
I don't want to see mine.
At customs. Like that.
Complexion dark, hair dark, chin regular.
Whatever that means, I guess.
And this is...
And that's Catherine's
That's
wife.
Catherine.
That's his wife, yes. And then we have a thing here in our park called Wright Plus on the third weekend in May, when the people who own Wright homes and other very distinctive homes here open their homes to the public. And they allow, like, 1,000 to 2,000 people who walk through their home to see the inside of it, because on a normal tour, you don't get to do that. And so they're very generous in that aspect, that they allow all these people to come through their home to see the inside of it. So, we're really lucky to have the owners that we do of the homes here, because they really understand. They're like caretakers of this property, and they are keeping it, the legacy going, and they're saving it for future generations. So we're always grateful to the owners for what they do on that day and other days here in Oak Park.